Band-Aid.
And at the time, I wasn't mature enough to have that independence on me, the independent responsibility to go and take my own learning into my own hands, not get my hand held, like I guess I was kind of at Papakura High School. Yeah. But at the end of 2016, I did Game of Bros, the reality TV show. I was able to win that. I left that like really confident to be in front of screen, to talk, to believe in myself. And at the start of 2017, I had jumped back into Prestige, but my heart was still in performing theater, performing in acting, being in front of the screen. And so I auditioned from Game of Bros. One of the funny Bells, Anafella, she asked me to audition for her husband, Vela Manusalte, the Niuean OG Killer Coconut Crew. Vela's short film called The Messiah. And I got the main part. I was set to become the Messiah character in his play, which was real funny. It was definitely a funny role, and I was super keen for it. But by the time I was dancing with Prestige, we had come to nationals that year, and we had already done regionals. But then come nationals on the week of, they send me out the schedule for the Messiah. And they say that the opening day is on our first round of our nationals for Prestige. So our opening day of filming for the Messiah clashed with our first round of Prestige prelims, and on the morning of, I get on a call with both the producer and the what do you call that? The person that's in charge of the cast. And then I get on the phone with my leaders of my crew. My leaders of my crew, Jesse and Ellie, both go, whatever you do, it's up to you. We can work it out. And then I called the producers, and they said, "Hey, it's totally up to you. They're just gonna have to make this decision." And so there's both teams, wanting me. If I leave Prestige, they're gonna have to reformat the whole set in one day. They're gonna have to take me out and fill my gaps. If I leave the short film, they're gonna have to replace my role with someone else, and then someone else has to replace that role and that role. Until they set with that. And so that ultimatum was a bit tough. I was in my bed just like on the phone calls, and then I was literally bawling my eyes out like those gungis, like but at the end of the day, I felt like if I had gone to the Messiah, I would have been selfish, only because I had known Prestige longer than this team. I had already built a foundation, a bond, a relationship, a brotherhood for 2.5 years, and this is how I'm gonna treat them. And so at that point, I was like, even though this is what I want to go into, I'll sacrifice that to for the brothers. Both my brothers were dancing as well, my real brothers, my blood brothers. So I chose that over that, and that was a hearty experience. But still, that's kind of where I left the acting, the theater, and performing side off. Since then, after winning that Maori TV produced by Tiki Lounge, who produces Fresh and stuff, Game of Bros, Fresh did give me, Tiki Lounge did give me a lot of little roles in Fresh and little jobs here and there, little acting jobs, but nothing was really sending it for me. And I think last year, coming into that role of Panthers, Um, yeah, I think I was ready to kind of get back into it. Um, yeah, I think I had matured enough in the sense that I've learned a lot about the world now. I mean, me and my cousin Petia over there, like we've talked about some pretty crazy conspiracies. Regarding like religion, like that. Not your average person is like ready to hear and like try and jump down that rabbit hole. But I feel like I've learned a lot of extremes of life. Um, I've learned how to support myself. I've learned how to work for myself, and I think at that level of like um, growth or independence, I think that's where I kind of felt the urge to like go and do this. Go put yourself in these uncomfortable situations of acting and becoming a different version of myself, per se. Playing these different characters. Um, yeah, I think I was just like, man, I don't. My level of care for what people think of me has like really dropped.
Mandate.